Alright, welcome to Obito Day. Yeah, in the new God Obito that we'll go over in a bit, but alongside with it, we are getting 3 legendary potential Obito. I think they're all the GKs because the God Obito already got one. And they do not like Obito, I swear. Every Obito in this game except for one, I guess 2, were actually in the meta. But these 3 ones, we'll see if they're actually pretty good. So the first one, GKV1 Obito, hot garbage. If you have him with 5 dupes, don't touch it. There's better units to LP5, and if he's the only non-unit that you can LP5, just wait. He's not worth the legendary proof because he is very bad. So let's start with his S1. His skill 1 deals an AoE damage, 2 times damage while the ancestor state is up. Deal 2 additional to God's enemy. That's not that good. It deals big damage, sure, but like everyone do good damage. It's not even that big. It's only 40 million. 40 million is pretty low for legendary weakening units. So S2 gives you the ancestor state, whatever, and then change the terrain to 6 Crimson Ray formation. What is this for terrain good for? Nothing really. Dodge chance minus 200%. Dodge hasn't been relevant since always hit is the meta. HP attack defensive speed minus 20% per turn. Terrain removal and immunity exists, so that don't matter. So summary, his skill sucks. His lead, garbage. His ability, cancel immunity, that's great. If there's a god enemy, start the battle with ancestor state. Okay. Chakra plus 100, sure. Speed plus 100% and cast speed plus 1. It is a 5 village enemy. Meh. He has no additional lives, so if you take care of his 19 million HP, which you will, he's dead. Is he worth it? Definitely not. You got the normal thing, pick Caltrops, I don't even care about his gears. And then his potential, extra turn, whatever. Instant action when attack, whatever. Immune to negative special state when there's a god enemy, whatever. And 2 type advantage but low chance, whatever. Cast minus 1, normal. Skip immunity, not bad. He gets 2 revive if there's a Naruto, Sasuke, Sakura, or Kakashi enemy. Is that worth it? Do you want gold him just for 2 revives? I don't think so. Yeah, I don't like that one too. Like, why can't that be built in the kit? That doesn't make any sense. Then low chance to change the terrain. His terrain is garbage and it doesn't lock, so big skip even if you have 5 dupes. Don't even work on him. Not worth it. Not worth it. The second Obito is the GK Kid Obito. My most hated enemy in the game. I don't want to fight him. Now I gotta fight him LP5. You serious, Gree? I'm gonna just quit every game? But whatever. So if you don't know what he does, his S1 is a fixed damage to one enemy, ignores resistance and skill dodge, and inflicts hell state to Konoha enemies, of course. If you're under the fate state, you deal 5 additional attacks. That's not bad. Hell state is pretty garbage, but HP and chakra minus 40% every turn might be something. But who knows, that's just normal state, so they'll get removed by formation, very easy. His S2, speed, fate state, change the terrain to pledge to the blood moon. Pledge to the blood moon is when using a skill or receiving a skill, chance to cancel and skip all the enemies. Very good. Damage limit is set to 1.5 million. Damn, that terrain is so much better than the other one. Then fate is skill damage, cast speed plus 2 with stamp plus 1, and skill immunity. Yeah, his kit's pretty nice. As long as this terrain doesn't get immune, and that is a buff terrain, so that will always be active. Yeah, his terrain is good. It doesn't lock, but sure. There's not a lot of terrain removal in the meta now because terrain immunity formation exists. So that's actually very good. Buff terrains are pretty solid. So his skill 2 is actually something. His skill 1 is, you can ask for more, but that's not really why you use this Obito. So his lead is non-cast speed plus 1, speed plus 50%, and 5 turns of skip immunity. This is literally the same as the new Obito, but less speed. That's kind of funny. So His ability 1, speed plus 444% if there's a god enemy. That makes him very fast. We like that. If there's a Konoha enemy, grant fate state self. So he starts with decent damage, but his S1 is not always hit, so that might hurt him a bit. But you don't really care about his damage. He's not a DPS. This is why his ability 2 is why you use him. Revive plus 5, so he has 150 million HP. Of course. Low chance to inflict seal when attacked. That's a lie. That's not low chance. That's guaranteed. Every time you hit him, you will get sealed, because you know that's how Kree works. High chance for insta-kill immunity. Perfect. And then grant instant action upon withstanding. Nice. He is very good. I put him as an SS because on your team he might not be doing much, but as an enemy he's like the most annoying enemy in the game. So if you fight him LP5, I'm so sorry. You can't even insta-kill him. You literally just have to tank your way to it, and it's just gonna be miserable if you don't have anyone to remove that. So he's just stupid. Can't believe they gave him an LP5. But let's continue. His potential: fixed damage immunity for 1 turn. I never like 1 turn stuff, so I don't care about these. That's terrain. That's negative special state. And then grant chance for first strike if there's a god enemy. You'll be definitely choosing that one. Cancel immunity, perfect for V5 Naruto. Skip immunity, not bad also. Yellow type advantage, and then blue type advantage. You can't go wrong with any of these. So yeah, he's definitely gonna be meta again. Probably the best non-tank and annoyance in the game. It's a nightmare to fight. Can't believe they did this. But let's move on to the next one. This is GKV3 Obito, and he might be the best one, to be honest. He's just insane. So let's go over what he does. His S1 is AoE. If there's a god enemy, deal 2 additional attack for fixed damage, so he has mixed damage. You like that? Grant Kamui mode Obito state. That's a pretty solid state. This is a positive state, so this will get removed when this will get removed very easily, which is the sad part. But if you have a disabler, you might be able to abuse this. So what it does is fixed damage immunity. Nice. Increase counter when using S1. We like that. Max 3. And then you deal an additional attack and insta-kill a random random affiliated enemy per counter. So anyone that's not a non. Which means every time you use the skill, you insta-kill 1, you insta-kill 2, you insta-kill 3. That skill is nice, especially if he has extra turn built in. It's insane. This is a really good state. As long as your state doesn't get removed, you are abusing people with this. And his S2 is buff 200%, not bad. Change the terrain to a Kamui invitation, which is a remove negative special state and god state when attack. We like those always. And then if Obito is in his S1 state, he grants skill immunity and then high chance to grant instant action when attacked. That's a rough one, because this state is gonna get removed, but if it doesn't get removed, you just abuse it. Damage is 57 million for LP5, which is like that's not bad. So you either kill him with damage or you insta kill him. And then his lead non-character, if there's a god enemy, speed and skill damage plus 150% and cast speed plus 1. Very good. His ability 1, revive plus 1. You want more, but if there's a god, you get 2. That's enough. And then chakra plus 100 just to take care of his chakra cost. As ability 2, if there's a god enemy, grant first strike, guarantee. We like those. Set chakra cost to 0, pretty good. And then chance to change the terrain to Kamui invitation when attacked. When attacked, terrain changers are really good, because that means this terrain will almost always be active. Yeah, I think you want this guy to be in your non-team, especially if you have dupes of him. And then blue type advantage, and then speed buff for your for non-yellow allies. You like that. And then his potential: Cancel immunity for both, skip immunity for both. Yellow type advantage, and then red type advantage. So you can go yellow, red type advantage if you want more damage, but I'd probably get cancel in one of those. And then his forbidden, insta-kill immunity, we like those. Negative special state immunity, pretty solid. And then, is that a chance? No, that's not a chance, that's just for 2 turns. And this one is permanent if there's a god enemy. And then chakra cost 50%. And the exact same thing for this, except for this one, which is high chance to dodge skills. You'll never pick that. So I would choose permanent here, and probably this one, or just do double immunity. Still pretty solid. His gear is kind of meh. This is just damage gear plus cast speed plus 2. This one is 100% chakra at the start, and then minus 50%, and then speed plus 150%. Yeah, his gear is okay. But the new unit, this God V2 Obito. This art is really nice. So Obito Uchiha, Transcending Without Hope. His skill 1 is 6 Path, Annihilation Palm. It's fast, chakra cost is 100. It's a single target skill, 7% plus 1.5 million. Chance to inflict Proclamation of God unique state. Let me zoom in. Proclamation of God unique state. Unique state is the best type of state because it can't be, we don't have a removal for it yet. And so far we have 2 other units with unique states, which is Kizuna V4, that is Sasuke and Sakura, and Kizuna V5, which is Naruto and Hinata. And this is our first 90 cost with unique state. So yeah, he deals 5 additional attacks, which is 500,000 fixed damage to non enemies. Pretty solid, and it's always hit, of course. So he's a single target unit, but there's a reason why he's single target, because this Proclamation of God is pretty stupid. It's a debuff, so it cannot be removed or immune to, similar to Hinata. And then every time you use your S1 on an enemy, it increases counter, and then the counter is cast speed -1 per counter. So if you hit them with -3, that's -3 cast speed, and then when it hits 3 counter, you insta kill them. I'm not sure if this is gonna bypass insta kill immunity, because if it doesn't, then that's kind of bad. But if it does, then that's pretty solid. Then his S2, there is nothing left of this pitiful existence. Buff his all stats by 150. Grants God's authority, God state. God's authority is the same state as the very first God Obito. And what that does is immune to skills and fixed damage. Pretty good. And then when you attack, you remove the enemy's positive special and God state. And then damage cut -1 million to party, which is pretty good, especially if someone that's not max LP unit is attacking you. It might even be good with max LP, because this is going to remove each hit by 1 million, I'm pretty sure. So why is this good? Because if the enemy tries to remove this, you remove their state. This was a nightmare back when God V1 was meta, because he would insta cast it, and if you don't one shot him before he puts this up, your states will never be online. So that's pretty solid. And then he disables positive special state to non enemies, which is weird because it doesn't disable God state. It's a 5v5 meta. If that says disable unique state, that'll be very good, but it's disabled positive special state, I'm pretty sure. Which, it could be better, but whatever. So far it does solid single target damage. And back to what I was saying before, the reason why this had to be single target, I forgot the T there, we'll put that in later, because Proclamation of God. If this was AoE, you'll kill everyone after 3 hits, and that's kind of annoying. Just imagine he gets his attack, he gets first strike, he hits you, counter goes up, it's a unique state, so there's nothing you can do about it. You can't even immune it, you can't remove it. So then first strike, counter goes up, extra turn, you're dead. That's kind of broken. So I feel like they nerfed it by making it a single target. But I'm pretty sure in the future that exact same mechanic will come out as an AoE. So, and then let's go to his lead, as is the exact same thing as the GK Kid Obito, but except it's 100% speed. His ability 1, revive +3. Pretty average, but like average good. So then upon withstanding, damage cut +50% against non-enemies. That makes him tanky. That's pretty much mean you have to do double the damage just to kill him. So, and then ability 2, pity for this world. If there's a non-enemy, that's annoying to say. Ignore resistance and inflict proclamation of God unique state to all enemies and grant first strike. Which that means is if you see a Konoha or a Akatsuki, I'm pretty sure that's not even it too. Like if you have to run a mono nun team just to prevent this from happening. But so like you don't even run a mono nun team because you don't have a Kizuna. Unless you want to sacrifice that slot and put 4, like you put 2 40 costs, but I don't think there's 2 40 costs for none that's even worth to run. So I feel like this will always trigger, which means the start of battle they're already hit with the proclamation of God state, which I'm assuming starts with 1 counter. So all you gotta do is hit someone twice and they're dead, which is pretty good. You just hit them twice, 2 tap. You give them the 1-2 combo, then yellow type advantage with skill damage buff. Of course, always Caltrops, 2 million damage per turn, stupid. And then his gears. This I don't know about his gears. His gears is okay. His first one is 3 turns of skill immunity, so even more tanky. 30% chakra regen when attack, and then chance for skill dodge, and then attack and speed plus 100%. I don't know why skill dodge is a thing, because everyone has been always hit. And then his other gear is chakra minus 50%. For 1 turn, chakra cost is set to 0. Doesn't make any sense, since his ability 1 is already 3 turns of chakra cost is set to 0. And then cast speed plus 1. It's like one of the worst setups we've gotten in a while. So his potential abilities, they're both the same. Skip immunity, cancel immunity, skill damage plus 120%, and then speed plus 60% if there's an enemy non-enemy. That is weird to say, which I don't know why he has a speed buff against none. I guess Gree is expecting non-meta to be a thing, but I think they need a Kizuna, so they're not there yet. So forbidden ability, I think there is the exact same thing also. Enemy terrain for 2 turns, negative special state for 2 turns. When your HP is below 50%, you get instant action when attack, and then chakra cost minus 50%. He doesn't even get 2 additional type advantage, which I don't know why. So, what do I think of this unit? I think you should skip him. He's not even the best Obito. I don't know why I want to run him. He's not bad, but he's also not good. He looks identical to this Obito, except this Obito's AoE. So I don't know why I would want to run him over this Obito, because this Obito also has terrain that's a positive buff terrain. Like you remove negative, and then Obito gets a little buff when he has the terrain up. He's annoying, but he's also there's Obito. That is special state. Yeah, I think he's a skip. For Obito fans, he gets the shaft again. So far for anniversary, we haven't gotten a good unit. He's unusable, I think, unless you have him LP5. But then, like, you got him LP5. He's usable because he's LP5. He's not usable because of his kit. Even then, him LP5 is better because AoE version of him, pretty much. Yeah, that's a skip. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.